Well, now that we are already into the month of June, it's probably a good time to take a good look at your finances, take stock, and more specifically talking about just how the markets have been performing so far in the first half of this year. And here now to talk more about this is financial planner Len Valletta of the Albany Financial Group. And Len, it's great to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Dory. How are you?
I'm good. And let's talk about these markets because I know in your, I guess, one-word description so far, the returns unremarkable this year.
Yeah, I mean, nothing compared to 2013, right? But at the end of the day, not too bad. I think we're up close to around 5% year to date, and if that was annualized, I think most people would be pretty happy with that.
Okay, so people who are looking at these numbers at home, I mean, what should they be thinking at this point now if they are trying to figure out what they should do for the second half of the year?
Sure. And if you've been invested the last 5 years since the depths of the market crisis, you've done pretty well. The markets are up maybe 150 to 200%. I'm talking about the broad market averages. So those are really good returns, and a lot of people are asking the question, can that continue? And I guess I tell you, probably not likely at that pace. Doesn't mean we can't continue to go up from here, but there's nothing certain about these markets. That's the one certain thing, if you will.
And that's something you and I were talking about before off camera. There's an example that, talking about years ago, if you were to invest that $1 to see what would have happened with it.
Right. So we went back and we looked at 1996. It was the middle of 1996. And within 2 years and 5 months, your money doubled. But then it took another 15 years for it to double again. So you can't extrapolate. So the fact that we've had this fantastic run by no means means the next 5 years are going to be great. And that's the biggest challenge for investors, is we're always looking to past history to try to predict the future, and it's unknowable, unfortunately.
Well, if there's one thing that I think, can all agree upon about the markets, is the fact that there is no predictability to it whatsoever. You just never know what's going to happen, of course.
And that's it. And that's why we focus on what we have control over, which is how much am I putting away on a consistent basis. And the markets are going to do what they're going to do, but trying to predict them is the worst way to trying to arrange your finances.
All right. Well, thank you very much for the insight, Len Valletta. And